so many people love that movie, but for me, playing that character was just like...
The camera was mounted on the ceiling, I was in my underwear and a Clinton t-shirt, and there were a bunch of old men smoking.
But it was a kind of violent sex scene. So he decided to not use a modesty sock, but use a beautiful pink fluffy sock. It's huge and it's pink and I don't know what to do.
Ever wondered what really happens when the cameras stop rolling? From awkward fights to shocking confessions, these stars ditched the Hollywood filter and confessed about their most famous films. In a 1982 interview, Christopher Reeve didn't hold back about his Superman co-star Marlon Brando.
I must say, I don't say this to be vicious, but I don't worship at the altar of Marlon Brando because I feel that he's copped out in a certain way. He could really be inspiring a whole generation of actors, but what happened is the press loved him whether he was good, bad, or indifferent. So he doesn't care anymore, and I just think it would be sad to be 53, whatever he is, and not give a damn, that's all. I just think it's too bad that the man has kind of been forced into that hostility.
He admitted he was disappointed by Brando's lack of effort, saying the acting legend barely showed up for the role.
Was it exciting to work with him, though?
Not really, no. No, I had a wonderful time, but the man didn't care. I'm sorry, he just, took the $2 million and ran,
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. It was a lot of fun
Marlon's gonna kill me, but anyway,
No.
thank you.
It was an honest moment from the Man of Steel himself, proving that even heroes sometimes have to call out their mentors. Turns out Star Trek wasn't all about peace and harmony, at least not between George Takei and William Shatner. In an interview, George revealed that his co-star's ego often left no room for friendship.
Bill is a dynamic presence. He enjoys being the center of everything. You may have heard about some of the difficulties that cast members had.
He claimed Shatner constantly made everything about himself, overshadowing the rest of the crew faster than a warp-speed eco-trip.
We might be preparing a scene where it'd be a close-up on you, and then it would shift to Bill. Then you'd see Bill in a whispered conversation with the director, and the setup was changed, and it was on Bill, and you were the offstage voice. And so things like that, sometimes has a way of rubbing you in one direction.
In an interview with Norm Macdonald, Jim Carrey revealed that Tommy Lee Jones hated him while filming Batman Forever.
I said, "Hey, Tommy, how you doing?" Like that, and the blood just drained from his face. He started shaking, and he got up and he went, like this. He must have been in mid-kill me fantasy or something like that. He was like, like this, and he went like to hug me, and he said, "I hate you. I really don't like you."
It's hard to imagine hating Jim Carrey's comedic brilliance, but apparently Jones wasn't laughing. In a podcast interview, John Leguizamo shared a less than flattering story about working with Steven Seagal on Executive Decision.
We come in for rehearsals and he comes in, "I'm in command. What I say is law. Anybody doesn't agree?" And I was like, I started cracking up because he sounded like a retard. And he came up and he taekwondo'd my against the brick wall. Went, he's 6'5" and caught me off guard, knocked all the air at me. I was like, why?
Burt Reynolds admitted he never wanted to do Boogie Nights.
It just wasn't my kind of film. You know?
Right.
So I
the
thought
subject matter of making pornographic films and all that made you uncomfortable.
It did. It made me very uncomfortable.
I'm told that you were so uncomfortable about making the movie that after the movie was done, before you had even seen it, you wanted to hit the director, Paul Thomas Anderson. You wanted to hit him in the face.
No, I didn't want to hit him in the face. I just wanted to hit him.
He didn't like the story and clashed with director Paul Thomas Anderson. He never even watched the finished film.
I heard at the time that you didn't even want to see yourself in Boogie Nights. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't watched it?
No, I don't want to see it.
It's fantastic. Come on. You could come to my place. We could watch Boogie Nights and get comfortable.
Oh, I might do that.
Okay, all right.
In an interview, Jenny Garth revealed that she and Beverly Hills 90210 co-star Shannon Doherty once got into heated arguments that they nearly came to blows.
What's the worst fight you and Shannon ever got into?
Oh, jeez.
What kinds of things did you tussle?
I can only remember one incident, and that was when, we took it outside.
The tension on set was so intense that crew members had to step in before things turned from teen drama to real drama.
How do you think you said it? Like,
took it outside.
I'm pretty sure I got in her face at that.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Are you two the same age,
I don't know.
roughly?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Oh my God, it's our last.
In a podcast interview, Jensen Ackles opened up about working with Jessica Alba on Dark Angel, describing the experience as far from friendly.
By the way, was Jessica Alba cool to work with?
No, she was horrible.
Are you kidding?
No.
No. She was not fun to work with.
I will tell you, I've told this to her face.
He said she wasn't very warm toward him, proving that not every on-screen partnership shines off-screen.
I was the new kid on the block, and I got picked on by the lead.
She didn't like you?
No, it wasn't that she didn't like me. She just was like, oh, here's the pretty boy that network brought in for some more window dressing, because that's what we need.
In front of the whole crew?
Yeah.
And you just kind of
Well, very quickly, I was like, what the f***?
Michael J. White shared that he nearly got into a real fight with Steven Seagal while filming Exit Wounds. He said Steven was aggressive toward crew members and even choked a stuntman without warning.
The problem I had when I really flared toward him is that he was hurting the stunt guy. He would make it a point to kind of, even off camera, do things like wrench their arms. He actually tore Nils's bicep for no reason. And one time he chopped James Liu in the throat for no freaking reason. And I just snapped.
Megan Fox shared that during Bad Boys 2, director Michael Bay had her dance under a waterfall in a bikini at age 15.
He's infamous for being a sort of tyrant, I guess, on set. But he, the first time I ever worked with him, actually, I had just turned 15, and I was an extra in Bad Boys 2.
Really?
And yeah, they were shooting this club scene. And they took me to Mike, and he approved it. And they said, Michael, she's 15, so you can't sit her at the bar, and she can't have a drink in her hand. So his solution to that problem was to then have me dancing underneath a waterfall getting soaking wet.
Orlando Bloom admitted he never wanted to play Paris in Troy, calling the character weak and nothing like him.
So many people love that movie, but for me, playing that character was just like, am I allowed to say all these things? I didn't want to do the movie. I didn't want to play this character. The movie was great. At one point it says Paris crawls along the floor, having been beaten by somebody, and just holds his brother's leg. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And one of my agents at the time said, but that's the moment that'll make it. And I completely fell for that line of an agent.
His agent convinced him to take the role for its big emotional moment, but he later confessed that he regretted it.
Do you love me, brother? Would you protect me against any enemy?
I think I just blanked that movie out of my brain, by the way.
Jeanette McCurdy revealed she never wanted to be an actress. Her mother pushed her into it from a young age.
Stardom was never your dream. Whose dream was it?
My mom's. I think she wanted me to have a better life than she had, but I also think her approach was very unhealthy and informed by her own lack of self-work.
Though iCarly made her famous, she felt unhappy and trapped the entire time.
I resent my career in a lot of ways. I think I feel so unfulfilled by the roles that I played and felt like it was the most just cheesy, embarrassing. I did the shows that I was on from 13 to 21, and by 15, I was already embarrassed. My friends at 15 weren't watching this show. They're not oh, cool, you're on this Nickelodeon show. It was embarrassing.
Kim Cattrall didn't hold back when she called out Sex and the City co-star Sarah Jessica Parker during an interview with Piers Morgan, saying they were never friends.
We've never been friends. We've been colleagues. And in some ways, it's a very healthy place to be. I just wish that Sarah had been nicer.
In response, Sarah Jessica Parker addressed the situation during an interview on Watch What Happens Live.
What was your reaction to Kim Cattrall telling Piers Morgan that you were never friends, just colleagues?
Just heartbroken. I don't know, I found it very upsetting, because
you know, that's not the way I recall our experience. So.
During a Vanity Fair lie detector test, Kate Hudson revealed that her My Best Friend's Girl co-star Dane Cook was her worst on-screen kiss.
And like longhorns. You know what I mean?
How about let's add someone else to the mix?
Oh,
How
jeez.
about him? Now who's the better kisser?
No, canceled.
Canceled.
Ryan Reynolds confessed he was blackmailed into playing Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Did you get the part because you were sort of already attached to Deadpool, or was that a total coincidence?
Yeah, I was already attached to the Deadpool movie. We hadn't at that point written the script yet, but you know, that came along, and it was sort of like, play Deadpool in this movie, or we'll get someone else to. And I just said, I'll do it, but it's the wrong version. It was Deadpool wasn't correct in it.
He said the studio told him to do it or someone else will. He did it and regretted it.
I had fun with the beginning stuff. I felt like that was pretty appropriate for Wade Wilson. The latter half is where they sort of called an audible at the last minute and just changed him to this guy with his mouth. So if you watch the movie, you'll see it's partly me playing it, and then I just was like, I can't do this. And then they have another actor playing.
Channing Tatum didn't grow up dreaming of playing Duke in G.I. Joe. In fact, he tried to turn it down several times. But because of a contract he'd signed early in his career, the studio forced his hand.
I'll be honest, I hate that movie.
You do? Why do you hate that movie?
I hate that movie. So I was pushed into doing that movie. So from a movie from Coach Carter, I actually, they signed me for a 3-picture deal.
But do you have no option to say,
no
hey,
option.
In other words,
you're doing this. You're doing this or we're going to sue you.
Right. Yeah.
Joel McHale confirmed the on-set drama between Chevy Chase and Donald Glover on Community, calling Chase's remarks racist and ugly.
There was an incident that happened.
What? I don't know, so help.
Oh, well, he made some remarks that were deemed to be racist, a comment that he made, and I think that was kind of it.
Emilia Clarke revealed that during Game of Thrones, Jason Momoa lightened an intense sex scene by wearing a fluffy pink sock instead of a modesty cover.
It was a kind of violent sex scene. So he decided to not use a modesty sock, but use a beautiful pink fluffy sock. It's huge and it's pink and I don't know what to do.
Seth Rogen revealed that Rihanna really slapped Michael Cera for real while filming This Is the End.
He asked her, can I slap your ass for real? And she said, you can slap my ass for real if I could slap you back in the face for real. And he was like, okay. And we did it like 3 or 4 times. And on the 4th time, she like smacked the shit out of him so hard that and she like cupped his ear and actually like whacked out his equilibrium, and he had to go like lay down in his trailer for around half an hour.
That's not cool.
Don't touch my phone.
The hit was so hard that he had to take a break in his trailer afterward. Aubrey Plaza revealed that her first day filming the to-do list involved an awkward solo scene that no one really explained to her.
I read it on the page, and it said, Brandy masturbates. And in my head, I envisioned a nice scene where you just see my hand slowly go out of frame.
Right, the frame stops.
The frame stops.
And then the hand,
here,
yeah, and then that's the left. The left is left to the imagination.
That's right. That's what I thought I was going into. But then when I showed up, the camera was mounted on the ceiling. I was in my underwear and a Clinton t-shirt, and there were a bunch of old men smoking.
True to her quirky charm, she approached it with the kind of commitment that left audiences laughing.
I thought I was doing one thing, and then when I showed up, it was a whole different thing. It was a full body shot, and I asked the director, what should I do? And she said, masturbate, like it says in the script.
What a kind directorial note.
Well, yeah.
Carrie Fisher said she was told to lose weight for The Force Awakens because they only wanted to hire 3/4 of her.
Were you asked to physically transform at all as Princess Leia? I heard they asked you to lose weight.
They did. They always do. They want to hire part of me, not all of me. So they want to hire about 3/4. And so I have to get rid of the 4th somehow.
While filming The Hateful Eight, Kurt Russell smashed a guitar thinking it was a prop, but it was actually a 145-year-old antique on loan from a museum.
went and just said, I said, how far do you want me to go? He said, just go until I say stop. I said, so if you don't say stop, I smash the guitar. He said, yeah, great, just keep going. And I just kept going, and I took the thing, and I said the line, music time's over, or whatever it was. And wheeled, and I said, oh, yeah, he wants me to smash it, so I smashed the guitar. And she just, Jennifer was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then we cut, and she was, I can't believe that just happened. I was like, what? She said, you just smashed the real guitar.
The museum was so furious, they vowed never to lend a guitar to Hollywood ever again.
Music time's over.